Hey, Coach. So glad you found us. A couple things. First of all, go subscribe and like. That really does help us a lot. That's the first thing. Second thing is go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's down in the show notes. Hundreds of videos, office hours, one-on-one calls, my personal email address. I will help you become a better basketball coach. So go over and check it out, teachhoops.com, and let's head off to the video.
Welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. I'm laughing because as we're coming on air, Coach gives me the topic, and it's like, because we had talked about him, I couldn't remember which one we were on, and it's like, oh my goodness,
Yeah, this is a doozy, right?
this is
This
a
is a
doozy.
yeah.
If you have the solution to this one, you can be anyway. But before we jump in, because everyone knows the topic because they read it before they
That's
jumped
right.
into, um, let's give a big shout out to our sponsors, Coach.
Coaches, go check out gc.com/coaching youth hoops. It's one of my favorite apps for tracking stats and seeing video, post-game video. So go check it out at gc.com/coaching youth hoops. It's free to coaches.
What else?
Yeah, and please subscribe to the U Sports Insider. It is our new podcast that is about to launch. So again, go to youthsportsinsider.com, sign up, and we will send you the all the new podcasts when they come out. It is all about the business of youth sports. So we take a deep dive behind the scenes to help operators, teams, venues, anybody involved in the youth sports ecosystem. And we dive deep into the operation side of business. So not the X's and O's, if you will, right? Um, Again, youthsportsinsider.com.
All right. So today's topic is
Imp
decision making,
yeah, improving decision making, getting right. Yeah.
improving it.
So this came from one of our listeners in the Facebook group. Um, and it's just making better decisions on the court. He's got a youth team, and I think, yeah, as we know, you know, for us adults, seeing the game unfold, and if you are using Game Changer and watching the games back, you're like, why didn't they do this, right? Um, here's the deal with, I think, when it comes to decision making, more practice time, more playing time.
So what do you mean by that?
So I think it's just more reps, right? The more you're playing pickup games, the more, you're playing in live situations, you're going to improve your decision making because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to learn through those mistakes. Great example, okay? I don't understand this one at multiple levels unless you're an elite player. Two people are standing in front of you. And what do a lot of young players try to do? Dribble between them.
Right.
I
Right.
and again, is this a frontal lobe issue where they're just not developed and they're like they see two players like, standing in front of them and they try to get through them. And 9.5 times out of 10, the ball gets stripped. But they just keep on doing it, thinking that they see a little gap, right? They think they can get through that. That's decision making, as an example.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, the thing is whatever you want them to get better at, you have to rep it. Like,
Right. Right.
we lost probably our last game of the season. Couple reasons, but one of them was we got out rebounded. We'd been working on rebounding all year. We got a lot better as the year went on. We were horrible at the beginning of it. And 4 months later, we were better. We were adequate. But it's because we were talking about it all the time. We were working on box outs. We were working on, all
Yeah.
of those things. Because we had to get good at it, or we weren't even going to be in games. So, I think it's how and when you rep it is just such an important skill. And decision making is you have to put them in places where they're going to fail.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
they're going to fail. Like we've always worked on getting pressured because that's always been one of our weak spots, and we work on it every day. Going 3-on-4, 4-on-5, getting pressured. What does it feel like? What is it like? How do you step through? How do you rip the ball? Like all of those things. Because we got to get better at it. Like it's one of those skills that I just don't think and we want them to be able to make those decisions. Before you respond, Coach, let's give another shout out to our other sponsor too.
Yeah, coaches, go check out sponsorly.com. If you're an operator looking for sponsorships, go sign up for sponsorly.com. And if you're looking to support uh, youth sports through sponsorship, there's a place for you as well. Sponsorly is a marketplace that matches brands with youth sports organizations. So sponsorly.com.
All right. So what's your thought on it, Coach?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But, it's one of those things too. It's like if you're, for most programs, especially if you're talking, summer basketball, AAU basketball, you have two practices a week, an hour and a half. That's not enough alone to work on decision making. So kids have to play on their own to get better in the playground, right? Even if it's just one-on-one, right?
Right.
Again, yes, get up shots, do your ball handling, but there's nothing better than live action and trying to figure out the game through live action. But you're right, you got to rep what you want them to focus on. So how do you do it in that situation? You have two practices, 90 minutes each, is pick a few things. Pick
Right.
a few things that you want to do
And it's
this
what kind of
season.
decision making do they have to work on? Like, is it because
Right.
they're getting pressured? Is it because they don't know what kind of shots to take? Is it because, what is it um that, that's the kicker is, what kind of thing are they having a hard time making? Because every team's different as far as decision making goes, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
and yeah, exactly. Absolutely right. And that's where you kind of take, quote unquote, an inventory of play a few games, right? See where you're at, and then take a step back and say, okay, just think about a checklist, right? On one side is things we're good at and things we're not good at, and maybe a third was things we're not even going to work on,
right.
right? And just go down those list of things we're good at. Okay, maybe just do a little bit of reinforcement of those things you're bad at that you need to really get better at. If it is, like for example, my team is struggling with passing under pressure,
Right.
right? So we got to work on pressure defense, right? And pressure, I'm just pressuring the offense, right? This is more of an offense thing. How to pivot out of that, right? How to break the glass, right? If you're getting trapped, right? All those little things, we
Little
just have to
things.
rep that over and over and over again. How to pass out of that. So we're just, one of the things we're struggling with is just weak passes out of a double,
Right.
like just spaghetti arm, you know what I mean? Just really loose, not, sharp. And guess what's happening, right?
Right.
Another turnover. So, um, that's one area that we have to improve on. And, we have practice Monday and Wednesday, and we've had two tournaments now. And I'm just like, today was my day. I'm going to take a step back and say, I want to do everything, but I only have them,
Right.
two times a week
Two
for 90
things.
minutes.
I
And
can
I
only
just
do
got to
so much.
prioritize. I
I
can
know.
only do so much.
I know.
You
It
want to
is
do
true.
more, but you don't have the time.
Time is limited. All right. Anything else in closing, Coach?
Yeah, again, I just think to wrap that up, reps, pick a few things that you want to get better at in your season, prioritize those things. And sometimes you just have to be like, you just have to suck the other things up and just like, I'm not going to do that. I think what's really important as part of that discussion, though, too, is tell parents right, here's our priorities for the rest of the season. So they don't ask, well, why isn't he working on rebounding? They're not that great at rebounding. Well,
Right.
you know, I can only pick so many things
Yeah.
this year. I can't pick 10. All
Right.
right.
No,
Not
I
enough
know.
time.
There's not enough time. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, Coach?
Yeah, coaches, go check out Game Changer. Go to gc.com coaching youth hoops. It should be on your phone. It should be on all your parents' phones. It is a great app to help you track stats for your basketball games, as well as provide live video for any parent who can't be at your game. It's free to coaches. Go check it out at gc.com/coaching youth hoops.
All right. Till next time, Coach.
The next time.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're enjoying the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. We love those. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you want to become a better coach in less than $1 a day, you can do that. My mentor, my personal email address, I will help you become a better basketball coach. Go over and check it out. Let's head back to the video.